problem.
Mr. Official, question, please.
Mr. Official. Wow.
Sir.
You haven't been around. The next thing is if you gotta go into a pit, one of the repair pits to get a wheel or something, you can't go past the pit. Just remember, these are cobbles and they're like really bad. Okay.
1 second,
but
sir,
that's
please.
like his. There's a feed zone in case anybody wants water for a 4-lap or 5-lap race.
I'm gonna get my pedal screen.
Here they come on, Monkey Hill.
One of the bigger challenges in the Monkey Hill race is the fact that the race starts at the bottom of a hill on a cobbled climb.
In just a few laps, there'll be lap cards up.
Cyclocross, which got its start in Europe in the early 50s, was touted as a way for road racers to stay in shape.
Look at that guy. Oh, man. He's putting the hurting on you, Andrew. Come on. Don't let him do that. Don't let him do that. Feel the love of the brotherhood. We have hose pipes. Come on, Bill. He's wincing. Oh, there they are.
One of the ubiquitous things that you'll see at cross races nowadays, cowbells. While physically demanding of the rider, it's also equally physically demanding of the bicycle.
The bike broke. Yeah, did she hit something or no?
Looked like she slid out on the pavement.
Well, here what we see is a bike that suffered a catastrophic failure at the transition from grass to pavement.
So you can see where it was sort of cracked a little bit to begin with, right there.
Get a little duct tape on that, we'll be good to go.
That sucks. It's a shitty way to lose a race.
So it's always important to give your bike a good going over before each race, inspecting the tubes, the wheels, the drivetrain to make sure that everything's going to be fine.
Style Channel.
You're a big fan of Style Channel?
Oh yeah.
Have you seen the Katie Brown show?
No.
Have you seen that?
Who's Katie Brown?
She's like.
Yeah. She makes like.
She makes wacky crafts and everything.
Yeah. Yeah, we saw that the other day. Remember, she made like these little paper bag with holes in it.
Yeah.
My wife was the hair and makeup stylist for that show.
Oh, yeah? Oh, really?
Yeah.
I've never seen the show.
But I'm not allowed to badmouth the show though, because she gets mad at me. Because I personally think the show is pretty bad, and like we'll watch it and I'll be like, God, this is bad. I'm like, who would make any of this? She gets mad at me. I'm like, but the hair. I'm like, but she looks great. But
a lot of people actually make these.
Really?
Yeah.
You gotta like that.
I'm ready.
Already?
Get a Nokia 3360 phone with AT&T wireless.
That was fast.
A little slower.
Well, I have to say something funny about him. It's yesterday. He thought it was 11:30, 11, and it was 10. So he got all dressed up. His cycling stuff, and I was go and get some ice and just walking around. He's like, "What are you doing? We're not leaving soon?" I'm like, "Well, it's kind of early." He was all dressed up in his shorts.
Look the clock. I'm like, it's only 10 o'clock.
I'm like, okay, you can stay in your shorts. I'll wait a little bit.
That was a whole hour off. It was kind of fun.
Usually it's always the guy is ready before the woman. In our case, it's different.
Alright, that was good, dog. So we're gonna bring them up. We'll tell them right here. We're gonna tell the people who are staying here.
There's still more water in there.
I think so. Old Randy Rudy.
Everyone, thank you for coming today. Our team have decided, so
59.
Okay, you roll. I'm going to read this now. There's two of them, so one for the second barrier.
Race sponsorship is critical to financial success of a cycling event. Most cyclocross events are at best a break-even proposition. Therefore, any race sponsor should be given maximum exposure. Here, a sportsbook.com banner is placed in the most viewable position to on-site spectators.
You and I are putting up advertising.
I just need to, let it go.
By placing the banners on the leading edge of the barriers, hopefully photographs of the sponsors' banners will be well visible in any pictures taken of the riders hurtling over the barriers.
Okay, whistle. The B riders are off. The B riders have started.
Here we see the beginning of the men's B race. Look at all those sandbaggers. I don't put that in there, but good lord.
The B race underway. I see David Hugh Greenblatt of the Highland Park Herbies right up there in the top 10, and our biggest field of the day possibly now on course. A real logjam up top. I see John Fry bringing up the rear. John Fry.
Though not as strong as the men's A, a lot of the men's B racers will race elite and expert mountain bikes, and up to and including men's Cat 1 on the road. So the strength is there. Oftentimes what's lacking is just the speed.
Representing Team Richard Sachs, your collegiate women's cyclocross champion, Alicia Genest. Representing Team BikeReg.com NCC, Catherine Roscoe. And finally, your top-ranked woman here today, representing Team Cliff Bar, we're happy to have her, Carmen DeLucio.
The women's elite race showcases regional and national riders as well as Canadian Lynn Bissett.
There you go.
I see right in the middle of the road, our always fast starter, Lynn Bissett. But in front of her, the fastest
This year's Monkey Hill Cyclocross came down to a duel between relative newcomer to the sport of cyclocross Lynn Bissett and seasoned veteran Carmen DeLucio.